This is Zichru Simanim Gemara Basra Dav Kof Lamed Hey, and we sound out that word. We get Kola. So this is going to be a daf centered around Kola. So point number one is we have someone lying in his deathbed, and he said to his wife, "There's not going to be any ibum. I have no brothers." The wife is shocked. She spills her cup of soda, and who does she spill it on? We see there's a bunch of brothers over here, and one is telling the other, "By the way, this guy over here, he's our brother." So we're going to have to figure out how do we divide this estate now that one brother is saying there's another brother. And what were they busy discussing? They were busy discussing the words of their father that he said, "Kisvu tenu," right, and give this soda machine liploni. So we have number one, we have the husband saying that I have no brothers. The wife spills the cola, kof lamed hey, cola. What was going on? There are people murmuring in the background. Wait, doesn't he have a brother overseas? How do we deal with a shemua that they say there's a brother's overseas? And we have one telling someone else, Zachi, this is my brother, as they try to figure out how to divide the estate of the father that said, Kisvu Tenu, the soda machine liploni. So we have the soda being spilled on the brothers, trying to figure out if this guy is his brother. Is there Adim listening to this interesting exchange as this woman gets frightened by her husband's statement that he has no brothers, spilling the soda, and finally the man telling his children to kisvu to know the soda machine amongst us. So let's go a little bit deeper into these 3 points. Number one, were those Adim standing and listening and saying that there was a brother overseas? So the question is, someone does not have brothers, and the guy says, as he's dying, he tells his wife, I don't have any brothers. Of course, she got shocked and she spilled the soda. Rav Yosef said that there's no brothers, so there's no Yibam. Abaye said, 1 second. There are Eidim that are saying that there were brothers. Says Rav Yosef, what do you mean? Rav Chanina said, Eidim b'sar Isra mitziaser. You're going to answer someone up based on Eidim overseas. Says Abaye, don't bring a raya from that case, because that case was a case of Shivuya, a case of a captive, which were more lenient. Nekel beishas ish. A captive, the reason being, usually guards itself from being violated. But in our case, how can we bring a right to that? And therefore, said Rav, we should yes be chayshish that maybe there were Eidim overseas, and therefore there would be a potential yibum. And number 2 was the soda was spilled on the guy saying to someone else, Za'achi, this is my brother. So we learned already in the Mishnah. And yesterday's daf, when someone says Za'achi is not believed, and the other brothers do not share the Yerusha with him, but the guy that said Za'achi, he of course does have to share his Yerusha with that brother. Says the Gemara, what if the other brothers say they agree? Yeah, you're right, he's their brother. What happens now? So if they say he's not the brother, of course they don't split it with him. Question is, what if they don't know if he's their brother? Says the Gemara, if they don't know that he's your brother, that is the case. So Rava wanted to bring a raya from here in a case that someone says Manali biazcha, another guy says Eini Yodeya. Maybe we should bring a raya from our case. Like just like in our case, you don't get the Yerusha. Eini Yodeya. You're going to be potter, says the Gemara, no raya. Why? Because it's more comparable to a case of mana la'acher biazcha, not the mana in your hands to me. In case number 3 was a person lying in his deathbed, the shchimra giving away with a star, giving away a daitiki, which is a dying man's will. He was giving away the soda machine. So says the Gemara, he only intends to give it with the shtar, which he can't give anymore because he was nifter before the gift was given. Or Shizvi says, Shchimera, Kisvu, Tenu Mani Laploni, and he died before it was given. We do not listen to him. Why? Because maybe he wants to give the shtar, and he died before the shtar was given. Vein shtar la'achar misa. Rav Yochanan said, be careful about this halacha. So Vua quotes Rav Yochanan saying, Tidvok, look into this halacha. Rav Dimi says, Im kimiyafas kaicha. You have to go and figure out whether he wanted to just make it better, but he really wanted to give it, and therefore you would be able to give the shtar. So we have to have kuf lamaneh, the daf about kuf lamaneh about kola. We have the guy in his deathbed saying he has no brothers. The Edom saying, what do you mean? We heard overseas there were brothers. The woman is shocked. She spills her kola on one brother, saying to another, he's our brother, as they were trying to figure out how to split the estate of the Eitiki, the dying man that he said, Kisvu Tenu, the soda machine, daf kuf lamaneh to Ploini.